Hey Credit Warriors, Credit Shifu here, and welcome to the show. We got a little bit of a different background going on today. Leave a comment, let me know if you like it, or smash the like button. And yeah, today we are doing 6 best credit cards for beginners in 2020. Okay, we're filming this towards the end of 2020. I think some of these, they're probably still going to be valid into 2021, etc., possibly even further, but just letting you know that is the date, late 2020. Another thing as well, just to clarify, we will not have any student credit cards or secured credit cards in this video, okay? All of these are regular credit cards that you can apply for with little to no credit history and a non-existent credit score, all right? I know, obviously, if you are a student, you may want to consider a student credit card as your first credit card. We'll have another video on that as well. And also, if you are, if you've damaged your credit through bankruptcy or whatever, you may only be able to get a secured credit card. You might actually not be able to get one of these. These are specifically targeting people who are just starting out. They're a blank piece of paper. Anyway, let's get down to it. Let's go. So first of all, we have the Capital One Platinum card, okay? Now, don't confuse this with the Capital One Secured MasterCard. No, this is the Capital One Platinum. Looks like this, used to look like this, but they recently updated the graphics. Now with this card, it's really easy to get approved for, even if you have a non-existent credit score. My wife, Mrs. Credit Shifu, got this card with no credit score at all, just her first credit card ever. She'd only been in the United States about 3 years at that point, and she got a $300 limit. Now $300, it sounds low, but remember, you're not really using this card like you would a regular credit card. It's just for building credit, okay? It's a credit builder card, gets you on the ladder. It doesn't earn any kind of reward, so you're not like, oh, I gotta use my credit card so I can get cash back. No, this is just for building credit. So you could buy a few things with it, pay it back, or if you wanna spend a full $300, you can pay it back several times a month to keep your credit utilization low, whatever you want. With this card also, you get a credit limit increase after 6 months, as long as you have paid on time. They used to describe it as credit limit increase after 5 months worth of on-time payments. Now on their site, they say you'll be considered for a credit limit increase at 6 months. Probably the same thing. And just one last point about this card as well is that in the future, you can product change to a variety of other Capital One cards, okay? So myself, I had this very early on. It doesn't earn any rewards, so I felt like there was no point in keeping it. But then I had a look at the upgrade options, and in the end, I upgraded it to the Capital One Quicksilver, which earns 1.5% cash back on everything, but maybe a little bit harder to get if you have no credit score whatsoever. So there's a little bit of future proofing in there. You can upgrade it in the future. It's normally best not to close your first line of credit because that gives you a long credit history. So consider upgrading instead of closing. All right, next one. And our next credit card on the list is the Apple credit card, okay? Now, I'm including this for a couple of very good reasons. So first of all, Goldman Sachs did seem to be approving subprime scores when this first came out. So the bar is not set very high in terms of credit score. However, as for someone who has a non-existent credit profile, could you apply for this? Yeah, maybe, or you might want to do some time as an authorized user on someone else's credit card first and just build up a little bit of a credit score before you apply for this. But the one really big reason why I'm including this here is that they do not do a hard pull on your credit report if you apply for it, okay, unless you accept the application, okay? And what we mean by this is when you apply, either they deny you or they approve you and they make you an offer telling you what credit limit you would get and what API you would get. Me and Mrs. Credit Shifu both tried this a while back. We were offered $7,500 credit limit each, very cool. It's only if you accept that offer and say, yes, okay, give me a card, that you will be subjected to a hard pull. So if you apply and you get refused, no hard pull, and you can go off and apply for the Capital One Platinum or something easier to get, all right? So there's no risk of you damaging your credit if you don't get approved. This card also earns rewards. It earns 1% cash back for swiping the card using the chip, 2% for using the card through Apple Pay, and then 3% at Apple and on also some other merchants that change from time to time. Another cool thing about it is it changes color. Yes, that's probably the best thing about it, right? Forget about the rewards. It changes color in your phone when you do different spending in different categories. There's different colors for different categories. There's a funny thing on Reddit as well. Someone was like, oh, my husband wondered how I got the Apple Gold card, and they just did loads of spending in the one category. They bought a new iPhone with it. I guess they've done no other spending that card. Apparently it goes gold if you spend the Apple, I don't know. Okay, just a couple more things about the Apple Card. No annual fee, and in fact, no other fees at all. And there's a program called Path to Apple Card. So if you do get denied for the Apple Card, there's actually this program where they will give you tasks to perform in order to get your credit profile into the shape where they can approve you. Let's say you have a student loan and you're behind on one payment. They may tell you, okay, if you make that payment on your student loan and bring your account current, then we will approve you for the Apple Card, and you've got 4 months to do that or whatever, right? They give you some tasks. All right, moving on to the next one, Petal Card. So this is one of those new sort of tech-based credit cards that came out, a couple of years ago, and they use bank data instead of your credit score. Well, in addition to your credit score, but they view bank data as more important in determining your credit worthiness, and they require you to link your bank through a sort of read-only connection. So, they can't take money out of your bank, don't worry. I know some people don't like doing that, where you have to type in your bank's password on someone else's website. But anyway, that's what they do. And they build up what they call a cash score by looking at your overall picture. So it does include your credit score, I think, as well, but it's also a lot to do with how much income you're bringing in, looking at your spending, etc., all that kind of stuff, all right? And this is specifically targeted at people who wouldn't normally get approved for a credit card, okay? So this is targeted at beginners. They have 2 cards, the Petal 1 and Petal 2. Super creative names, guys, really. And they do pay some rewards. Let's have a look at the rewards on the Petal 2. So it offers 1% cash back as standard, and then after you make 6 months worth of on-time payments, that rises to 1.25% on everything, and then after a year of on-time payments, that rises to 1.5% on everything, okay? And then after 18 months, that rises, no, I'm kidding, okay? So it only goes to a year, okay? That would be great if it just kept on rising every 6 months and you end up at like 10% cash back on everything, but no, sadly, that is not the case. But anyway, the card does offer, though, some additional cashback bonuses in certain local merchants and stuff like that, okay, certain promotions. And like the Apple Card, the Petal Card has no annual fee and also no other fees to speak of as well. Next, the X1 credit card. The X1 credit card, it makes an amazing sound when you drop it down on the table. Listen to this. They even put it on their website. I mean, I think credit card dropping is going to come like the new wine tasting. David Hansen did a video on this, very, very cool. Anyway, where he drops several credit cards and he thinks the X1 is the best. I personally preferred the Apple Card, but yeah, whatever. Anyway, let's move on. So the X1 credit card, it promises no hard pull when you apply, only a soft pull, because they say that credit score takes a back seat to other data, such as your income and your bank data, etc. So they're putting more of an emphasis on income, and they're actually saying that they will offer 5 times greater credit limits depending on income if you have a high limit, okay? Up to 5 times greater. So it's not like everyone's going to get 5 times greater credit limit than they get on another card, but they're offering higher credit limits, let's put it that way. Now, you do need to provide evidence of income, so you can do that through linking your bank or providing, sending in evidence, etc. But yeah, they basically promise no hard pull, so this is kind of like, there's no risk with this. You could apply, you don't have to have a hard pull, and they're giving priority to income. So for this card, I think it could be suitable for some people who perhaps they're already earning quite a high income, because this is still kind of billed as kind of a premium card, right? It's metal. So I'm verging towards like, this is probably something a little bit better for the high income people who do not have any credit history in the US, like perhaps someone who's come here on a visa, they're working like at a Silicon Valley tech company or something, earning a really nice salary, but they don't have any kind of credit score. This might be a good card for you. Now, the card does earn rewards, 2 points on every dollar spent, and those points are worth about 1 cent per point, apparently. It earns 3 points per dollar if you spend more than $15,000 on the card per year, which is really cool. And then if you recruit people, if you sign other people up through an affiliate link, you can actually increase your point earning to 4 points per dollar for 1 month for every person that you recruit. So, if you recruit 10 people, that's 10 months at 4 points per dollar. That's potentially really cool if you have a big network of people. As of now, late 2020, there's still a waiting list for this card, but they are starting to release it. And if you're watching this video in a few months' time, the waiting list may be over. You might be able to just apply. Next, the Discover It Cashback card. Now, this is another great card, an old favorite that you can apply for, get approved for with really no credit history or credit score whatsoever, okay? It's not guaranteed, but it is possible, all right? Many people have the Discover It as their first card. Cool thing about this card, though, unlike the Capital One Platinum, is that this also earns rewards, all right? Cashback rewards, and it's pretty lucrative. This is a 5% rotating category card. That's a pretty common format of credit card that you'll definitely encounter along your credit card journey. And let's have a look at the current categories for 2020. So throughout the year, it has earned 5% at grocery stores, restaurants, gas stations, Amazon.com, plus even more that you can see on screen. They change every 3 months. And it would be on $1,500 in spending every 3 months. So that's $75 in cashback you can earn in each quarter, each 3 months, totaling $300 a year if you max it out. But the cool thing about this card is that they have a first year cashback match. So they match all of the cashback you've earned in your first year. So if you did max out the categories for $300, that becomes $600 in the first year. And then any other spending you do after those categories, it's 1% on everything. So potentially it's unlimited the amount of cashback you could earn, and then it's doubled in the first year. So really, really cool. So this card is something that I would recommend to beginners or newbies who want to get a rewards credit card right off the bat, okay? You just want rewards, give me cashback, all right? And there's another cool thing on top of all that is it comes in 25 different designs. Look at this, aren't these awesome? Oh, isn't that beautiful? Oh, so cute, so nice. Anyway, that really seals the deal for me. 25 designs, man, come on. And lastly, we have the Chase Freedom Flex. Now, I'm including this in the list because this is a great option if you bank with Chase, okay? So a great option to get for your first credit card if you are already a Chase customer in one of their checking accounts. Chase normally likes to see a year of credit history before they approve someone for a credit card, but the way you can get around that is if you bank with them and you've got positive income coming in each month. That's my experience. You know, I bank with Chase. I applied for the Chase Freedom, not the Freedom Flex, the older Chase Freedom, a few years back, and I got denied. I then went into a branch. I talked to a banker. I said, look, man, look, I've got income coming in every month. I just want to build my credit. Give me a credit card. And he wrote a letter of recommendation to their credit card department to say, hey, this guy, you know, he checks out, his account is fine, he's got income every month, he wants to build credit, please approve him. But why this particular card? Well, the Chase Freedom Flex just came out. It replaced the older Freedom. Like the Discover It cashback card, it is also a 5% rotating category card, so you can earn quite a high level of rewards with, you know, quite low spending, okay? So great for beginners who aren't spending that much money on credit cards. And then in addition to the 5% categories, you've got 5% on travel through Chase, 3% on dining in drugstores, and 1% on everything else. And there is a sign-up bonus of $200. And on top of that, there's another aspect to the sign-up bonus. The first year, you earn 5% back at grocery stores on $12,000 worth of spending. So that's $600 up for grabs there. You add that with a $200 sign-up bonus, that makes $800. And there's a certain amount of future proofing with this because the cashback can be converted into Chase Ultimate Rewards points. So that would be 80,000 points, you know, at a later date, once you get another Chase card like the Sapphire or the Ink Business. So you could use that to book first class travel or whatever, transfer to airlines, all that good kind of stuff, okay? And just one more thing about this card as well is that you may have heard of the Chase 524 rule. So when you're getting your first few credit cards, it's good for some of them to be Chase cards because if you've applied for more than 5 credit cards in the last 24 months, Chase will not approve you for any new credit cards, all right? This is called the 524 rule, something very common in the credit card industry here in the US. So having a Chase card for your first credit card is great because you've already taken care of one Chase card that you might want to get. So yeah, you're filling up those first 5 slots with as many Chase cards as possible. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been really interesting for you guys about 6 of the best beginner credit cards that you can get for people with little to no credit score, all right? Leave your comments below. Do you agree with this list or have you got any of these, etc.? Normally I have some of the links for the cards, but actually today I'm gonna put a Webull deal. Webull, the investment app, is offering 3 free stocks for signing up and depositing $100. And these stocks are valued between $8 and $1,600. So obviously it's the luck of the draw what you get, but you're at least getting an $8 stock for these 3 stocks. So it's a pretty amazing deal. I think it's only available until the end of the month. So click below for that deal if you're interested. Link is in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.